Hello everyone, and welcome back to Sakura Unboxings. So today in this video I will be doing a sort of two-parter series because I don't want this video to be very long, and I'll be going over the recent figures that have been announced in Goodsmall's Wonderful Hobby Life for You 35, and then in the next part I'll be going over sort of the other manufacturers who made figures that weren't exactly on the Winter One Fest page, which is on a completely different website or blog that they have that they sort of organize by the companies and what figures they have. So yeah, this part is just going to be focused on the Wonderful Hobby Life for You, which is like Goodsmall and a few other companies' page where they show concepts for figures, prototypes, and even painted figures. I'll try and keep this as orderly as possible, so I'll go by category. There's like a few different ones. So we have a few categories here. There's Pop-Up Parade, Figma, Nendoroid, scale figures. But what's kind of weird is the scale figure, I don't know, it doesn't have a, there's nothing that shows up. It shows up in the other category, so I'll have to go there. So yeah, we'll start from basically the basic, which I'd say is the pop-up parades in this case, and go up to, I guess, Nendoroids or Figmas. I'll probably do Nendoroids, then Figmas, then the scales we'll end it on. So yes, without further ado, let us get started. So starting off in the pop-up parade sections, the first couple the first four of these are Hololive pop-up parades. I'm not personally a Hololive fan. I don't mind them, but I wouldn't take the time to watch any VTuber streams. But I will admit, I do quite enjoy the designs of the characters because, you know, they're cute. I like art, so that's just the reason. I see the designs as art, and they're very good overall designs. So we'll start off with the four. We have the Minato Aqua, who looks pretty cute pose overall. The next one we have is Hosho Marin is the next one, yeah. The pirate girl, who got a beautiful scale figure in, I believe, the last One Fest, and it has also been up for pre-order, but I think they're closed now. But yeah, if you can't afford that, I guess you have this one as a pretty decent I guess order if you want, or a pretty decent figure if you want any of her. The next one actually kind of interests me, and it's one that I might consider picking up slightly. I don't know, I'm a little iffy. At the same time, I kind of want it because it's very cute. It is the Sakura Miko figure. I'm a sucker for anything with any sort of sakura or cherry blossoms in the design, and this one is just adorable. You know, obviously I like the Miko, you know, the occupation as a Miko is cute. I like the gold on the bells, I like her pose, and the cherry blossom designs on her. It's like an overall very great looking pop-up parade, so this one is in kind of consideration for me at least, because I like this character's design a lot, and yeah, I'm a sucker for Sakura, let's just say that. The next character we have is, of course, Toki no Sora, and if you didn't tell me this was a Hololive character, I literally would have thought she was from an Idol show, because this literally looks like a character in an Idol outfit. Yeah, just the pose and everything just kind of gives off Idol vibes to me, so yeah. So there's her, and now, thankfully they have them sorted also by series, which is nice in each of these categories. So that means it's going to make my job a little bit easier to kind of group them up. But the next one we have is a pretty cool looking pop-up parade. This is the Lucifer pop-up parade from Helltaker. So Helltaker is a free-to-play sort of puzzle game, and you basically gather up a harem of demon girls. I really like the character designs, and I'm very tempted to collect the Nendoroids, because they have announced some Nendoroids in this Winter One Fest. And yeah, I'm just because I really like these designs, and even though I'm not a super fan, I think they look pretty cool altogether. But it seems like they're also making some pop-up parades of the characters, and the first one is Lucifer. This sculpt is very nice. I really like her eyes, look so fierce, the tail, the pose, and the boots. I love the boots. She just looks like she could step on you, essentially. That's just what the vibe I'm getting. Yeah, but I really like the look of this pop-up parade, so if they do tend to make, if they're gonna make the other girls into pop-up parades, then you have the option to either go with Nendoroids or pop-up parades if you want to collect any Helltaker characters. And the next one are 3 Jujutsu Kaisen figures. The first one is the Toge Inumaki pop-up parade. This one is a little bit to me. I don't know. I feel like they could have done something maybe a little bit more with Toge. He's essentially just standing there. I don't know. I definitely prefer the Nendoroid over this. I really like the way that Nendoroid looks. Granted, this is just a sort of static figure, but I feel like they could have picked a different pose of some sort. I'm more into like sort of the action-y poses, but yeah, so here is Toge. Essentially not going to be picking him up. Maki they have, but she's not painted yet. Like the pose on this, I do wish she had a overall different sort of facial expression. It's calm, but I feel like I need that sort of confident smirk like she has in her Nendoroid. But yeah, I do like the sculpt, I do like the pose, but facial expression I feel like I wish was a little bit different. And we have Panda. Oh my god, he's here. Panda is here. I don't have much to say about him just because he's not my favorite, but hey, he's getting a figure. That's something to be happy about if you're a Panda fan. Now we have the introduction of new types of pop-up parades. So this is, the first one here is the Eren Yeager Attack Titan version XL. So they're making scaled up pop-up parades, which is interesting. Curious to see what exactly the price point of these are and how much more detail they're going to put into these. Yeah, but damn, you can definitely tell like how big this is compared to like that little tiny little Eren figure. But I do hope they take the time to put in the to add more detail, add more shading, because you essentially have a bigger canvas, and hopefully they do, especially depending on the price point that they put it. So yeah, bigger canvas I feel like equals more opportunities to have more detail in the sculpt. And yeah, in this specific one with all the muscle tones, I feel like it's a good opportunity to kind of I guess exaggerate those a little bit more with the shading. So yeah, interesting to see how much of a difference there'll be between this XL version and then the original Eren pop-up parade. And Fairy Tail is getting the same treatment, and we have the first one here is the Natsu. They're doing an XL version, but they're also changing the outfits on these, which is, I don't know, yeah, it's alright. I feel like it's something different instead of having just the same design and just, like, upscaling it, essentially. So, yeah, some of these ones have different outfit designs. So yeah, Natsu is getting one. Lucy is getting one. I feel like she had the most obvious. I didn't notice anything on Natsu until I realized, like, his belt is, or, like, down there is different, essentially. But yeah, Lucy is quite different with the pigtails compared to, or the longer, like, pigtails compared to the shorter ones on the regular pop-up parade. And then Erza, the only big difference I feel like is her armor. Actually, even the hair looks different. I just noticed, like, the sculpt of the hair. I do kind of like the other one on the normal pop-up parade a little bit better. It's a bit more flowy and out there compared to the other one that is pretty, like, close to her body. So, yeah. That's an observation I just noticed right now. So, there's her. Silent Hill 2 is getting some pop-up parades. We have Pyramid Head and the Bubblehead Nurse. I'm kind of familiar with these characters because I did watch someone play Silent Hill 2, and yeah, I do like watch people playing horror, but I don't like to play horror myself. But yeah, so Silent Hill figures, that's all I really got to say. Definitely not picking them up. Full Metal Alchemist getting some figures. We got Roy Mustang, we have Riza Hawkeye, and King Bradley. I do like Riza's pose overall. I don't know, like, it's nice that they made the bottom part of her, like, uniform flow out. You know, she's got the gun and everything. King Bradley is he's fine. But Roy, I think they could have had like a little sort of clear flame effect part, which I think would have been pretty cool. You know, adds a little bit of like red, a little bit of pop to the character. Now the next two, or should I say three, are pop-up parades from Black Rock Shooter Dawnfall, which I am not too familiar with. I'm not even familiar with the original Black Rock Shooter, but these ones I have never, these character designs, I should say, I've never seen before. And so yes, we have the Empress and we have Deadmaster. I'm not too big a fan of the pose for the Empress one. I do feel like it's a little bit boring compared to the original Black Rock Shooter figure. Yeah, so, like, I like the character design. Again, I just feel like they could have picked a different pose for her. Deadmaster looks fine though. I like the behind the back pose. She looks very skinny. Like, her torso looks super skinny, but that skin tight suit, man. That's all I gotta say. And now we have some bunnies from the Psycho movie. So yeah, Megumin, Utaha, and Eriri are getting bunny versions, I guess. Curious to see if Good Smile will maybe do possibly tights, but considering like the scale of these, it might be kind of difficult to, I guess, put tights on them. I'm trying to like compare like the pop-up parade I have now, but I think she's too small to kind of compare to, I guess, a normal size like character. But yeah, interesting to see if they'll just do like maybe the tights, or they'll do like a sort of like, you know, just paint on essentially. The next pop-up parades though are tempting to pre-order for reasons, cause I don't know, nostalgia, a little bit of nostalgia for me, because these are the Hetalia pop-up parades. We have Japan, Italy, and Germany in their World Stars outfits. I'm not too familiar with the World Stars series. I was like the OG Hetalia Axis Powers World Series, and then Beautiful World, which had the newer designs for the characters. But I really like these pop-up parades, especially if you can't get like the Nendoroids that tend to get pretty expensive in the aftermarket, some of them. So yes, I used to watch Hetalia back in middle and high school, and I kind of was one of those Hetalia fans, if you know what I mean. Well, I should say, you know, I was a little bit obsessed with it, and I did take I took world history class seriously because of this show, and, you know, shenanigans. But, yeah. So, yeah. I'm just, like, thinking back, I'm like, oh my god, they're making pop-up parades of Hetalia characters. My favorite is between Italy and Japan. Japan, of course, I mean, not because, like, I love Japan, the country, but I just like Japan as a character in Hetalia. And I just feel like, you know, this is kind of cute. This is a cute version of the character. I really like the gold, and I like the black, and he has actually cherry blossoms on some of the gold, like, on that metal part of him, and, oh, god. I love him. And then Italy, like, this little pose right here just captures Italy's personality, and he's just such an adorable good boy. I love him so much. He's so cute. And I do admit, Germany has to be the weakest of the three. The pose is a little bit boring, and I don't know. It's definitely not my favorite, and there's this kind of weird, like, sort of seam line going through, like, the back of his head, which is a little weird, and yeah, not my favorite. Italy and Japan, definitely my top two. I may consider picking them up. I don't know, because I just like the way they look overall. And yeah, so those I might consider for the sake of nostalgia. And I'm curious to see if they'll do the allies, so America, England, Russia, China, and France. So yeah, interesting to see if they'll do them in their World Stars outfits. Next up here, we have a fake character. And I do admit, I do like kind of like the pose up here, like where she's going like this. But I feel like a lot of the fake characters, like, they don't have their weapons in pop-up parade form, and it's kind of a shame because I feel like the weapon is a part of the character, and it just feels a little bit more boring when they're just, like, standing there and they don't have their weapon. So yeah, I do wish this character had her weapon. Other than that, it's like, it's alright, the pose is alright, but I feel like with a weapon and a slight dynamic pose, it could have been a bit better. Moving on from her, we have the White Blood Cell pop-up parade. I could have sworn that they had a red blood cell and they had a platelet announced. I don't know if I was just seeing things or something, but yeah, we have white blood cell. I have not much else to say about him. I did watch Hataraku Saibo, and yeah, I mean, hey, if you like white blood cell, you gotta pop up rid of him, because I don't know if there's any other figures of him out there. Now this one, we have a Hatsune Miku figure. We have the Because You're Here version, L. So I thought it was like version L. I was like, what? What the heck does that mean? It's gonna be a large pop-up parade, essentially. So interesting to see the scale on this one. Very cute pose overall, and I do like kind of the worried facial expression overall. You can't go wrong with the pigtails. I like the flow of them. So yes, there's Miku. Next we have this character who I'm not too familiar with, Expelled from Paradise. Kind of an pose a little bit. I mean, hand on hip. But I also kind of noticed on this one, there's kind of like print lines on her. I'm not sure if this is because, you know, they 3D printed it or something, or this is like a prototype. And the hair also looks like it has like bumps to it in some areas. And I'm not sure if that's part of the character or if that's just like the way they printed it as like a sort of 3D print, but I don't know. Other than that, it is kind of a bit of a boring pose. We have another Amelia pop-up parade, the Memory of Snow version. Not much to say about this one. And next up we have a Teleru Darkness character. I feel like they always put them in bikinis or like swimsuits, and I'm just not too fond of them. I'm not too fond of this pose of this character and just I don't know, in general, so not much to say about her. I'm not too big a fan of this one. We have Tanya from Saga of Tanya the Evil. This one, I don't know. I don't feel like I hate it as much as like some of the other ones. But, you know, she's standing there, but I feel like, I shouldn't even say the gun adds like something to this character, but it's not, I don't even think it's that bad of a pop-up parade overall. Like, I don't hate it as much as some of the other ones, but, you know, it's pretty standard, this one. Next up we have the Evangelion Rei Ayanami long-haired version. I really like the sculpt of the hair. That is definitely my favorite part of this figure overall. Haven't watched Evangelion, so probably won't be picking it up, but I feel like the sculpt of this hair is a highlight, and I do hope they take the time to put in some shading in it, make it look good, because that's definitely going to be obviously a selling point for this version of the character. The next one we have is two Umamusume figures. We have Meijiro McQueen, and we have, I think is the main girl from the series, Tokai Teo, in their school uniforms. Pretty cute outfits. I do like the horseshoe, actually. I just noticed on the bow. Very cute, but haven't watched Umamusume, so won't be picking them up. The next one is one that I thought was a scale or something at first, but no, this is the Pop-Up Parade Guts large Pop-Up Parade. I really like the texture to this one, and just overall sculpt of it. It looks very badass, if I do say so myself. We do only have this side view though, so I'm curious to see what it looks like, you know, all the way around. I want to see this in like a whole 360, but he looks fantastic so far, so definitely one of the better looking pop-up parades for this section. And next up we have two more pop-up parades for Fairy Tail, Natsu, and Gray in their Grand Magic Games Arc version outfits, I guess. So yeah, they're making more just like regular pop-up parades of them. I got not much to say. They look fine. That's all I gotta say. They look fine. And next up we have the Holo Pop-Up Parade. So this one is very cute. It's, you know, a standard pose, but I do think I really like the flow of like that little part of her outfit, you know, and she overall looks pretty good. Especially, I don't know, it just looks very cute overall, and I feel like I can't be mad at this pop-up parade. So yeah, this is definitely looking like a good alternative if you cannot afford any of her scale figures. So yeah, very cute looking figure. And now this one was kind of weird because they put it away from the other two Blackrock Shooter Dawnfall figures. Strength is getting a pop-up parade, but I hope they don't pick this pose because that that's a boring pose. So yeah, hopefully they find a good pose for her. I think is that the only one? No, okay, it's the bunnies also had just a concept illustration. The last one is hilarious. I really like this one overall. The Kazuma pop-up parade. Even though I have not watched Konosuba, you can just tell what he's like based on this pop-up parade. I like the smirk on his face, and he's got the panties. I did watch like the episode where he has the like that ability to snatch people's panties. But yeah, I don't know. I just like the way this pop-up parade is overall. Just like the face and just like I don't know. It's a very funny pop-up parade overall. So that right now concludes the pop-up parades. How many were there? 41 pop-up parades that have been announced in this one fest. So yeah, some of them a lot better than others. I guess the highlights for me, I guess I'll go through highlights of each of these categories. I really like the Sakura Miko again. The Japan and Italy, Hitalia pop-up parades. But then it's like if I get those two, it's like I feel like I can't leave out Germany, but Germany's wasn't like was eh. But yeah, those ones were kind of highlights. And then the Guts, even though it's like a prototype, very good looking texture and detail on this one. I'm very excited to see how this one is painted. And the whole one, very cute. I really like that one. And then Kazuma, just for being Kazuma and just being a very funny looking pop-up parade. So yes, now I will be moving on to the Nendoroids next, so I'll be back in a minute. So the next section we are going to do is the Nendoroid section, and there is quite a bunch to go through. Oh, and additionally the accessories. So starting off, we have 2 Hololive Nendoroids. We have Usada Pekora. Again, very cute design overall, but I won't be picking her up, especially since those Hololive Nendoroids sell out quick. But I really love her eyes. The little bunny pupils is a very adorable touch, and yeah, just overall a very cute design. And we also have Okami Mio. Very cute. I like the red and the black. That's definitely my favorite part. And even the little like sort of flowery details on her outfit, that also looks very cute. The next 2 we have, or should I say 3, from the same series, we have the Undertale Nendoroids, we have Sans and Papyrus, who are painted. These are very, definitely unique Nendoroids. I did play a little bit of Undertale, but I haven't completed the game, but I do like the look of these overall. So if you're a big Undertale fan and you're interested in collecting any figures from the series, you have these to look to, and I kind of interested to see what accessories they'll come with. And the next one that was recently just announced, it is the Undyne Nendoroid, also from Undertale. Very interesting that they picked her over Toriel. I think Toriel would have made a very cute looking Nendoroid, but Undyne is pretty badass, I will admit, so I'm interested to see how she turns out in either a prototype form, or if they skip that and they do the painted version. Now this Nendoroid is definitely one of the ones I am most excited for in the Nendoroid category. We have the Thanatos Nendoroid from Hades. Hades was a game I think I played when it first came out in 2020 or 2021. It's been a while, I can't remember. Very addicting roguelike game with Greek mythology in it. I loved that game. I love the character designs, the voice acting is great. And just, and Thanatos, he is handsome. That's all I gotta say. And, he's got a scythe. I'm a sucker for characters with scythes. And, yeah, so I recently pre-ordered the Zagreus Nendoroid, and, I think it's very nice that this game is getting figures considering how, popular it is, how acclaimed this game is. And plus, it's more like by a Western developer, so it's kind of nice to see, anything from Western developers get made into figures that are by, again, Good Smile, which is a Japanese company. And yeah, I guess my one sort of gripe with the Zagreus Nendoroid is I do wish they gave him more of his weapons, or all of his weapons, or they even could have made a DX version of him with pretty much all of his weapons, because we only really have the sword, the shield, and the jewel he uses as his projectile. I would have liked to see the lance, the bow, the gauntlets. I think that would have been cool. you know, a little, obviously it would have been more expensive, but I think having that whole ensemble of his weapons would have been very, like, a complete, like, Zagreus, essentially. But yeah, but he was priced around 40 USD, which I have to say I was not expecting. I thought he was going to be at least, like, 50 some dollars, but yeah, I mean, it surprised me. But again, I do wish he had, like, more of his weapons to him, because I think that would have been the complete Zagreus experience, I guess. But yes, we have Thanatos. I was very surprised about this, and yeah, I'm very excited to see whether the prototype comes out, or the painted version of him comes out, so I can put him right next to Zagreus. I think it'll be super duper cute. And now I'm thinking, are they going to also do Megara, and then we'll have the trio, and maybe even throw in a little Dusa with Meg. I think that would be very adorable. Then you can have all of them. Yeah, so I'm very much looking forward to seeing how he turns out, because I love Than so much. So yes, definitely one of the top Nendoroids from this Winter One Fest, for me at least. The next one we have is from Apex Legends. We have the Watson Nendoroid. Don't know much about her. Do like the blue lightning effect piece though. From Horizon Forbidden West, we have Alloy. Horizon Zero Dawn, I think, was the first game in the series, so yeah, I recognize the character. I do like the details overall, like the sculpt on these. It is kind of hard to see what's what because this is just the prototype, but it's looking like a very promising looking pretty detailed Nendoroid overall. And now we have Helltaker Nendoroids. More of them have been announced, and the one that has a prototype right now is Justice. And yeah, again, I am kind of tempted to pick up the Nendoroids. I do think they are a little bit maybe expensive for what you get. I think Lucifer was like a little over $50, which I think, yeah, is alright, but I think she could have been maybe a little less. But yeah, Justice is getting, I guess, is one of the first ones who's getting like an actual like Nendoroid very soon. I like the way she looks with her smirk and the glasses. That's very nice. The next one we have is the Cerberus Nendoroid, which is going to be interesting to see how they'll handle it, because it's essentially, we got 3 doggo girls, essentially. They could have like 3 options. You could do like 3 full Nendoroids, but it would probably be a little bit expensive. On the expensive side in terms of Nendoroids, you could have 1 Cerberus Nendoroid and 2 possibly clear cutouts, like of, you know, Cerberus again, like they did with, like, I guess Megumin's Nue would be like an example in a cutout. Or they can do 1 Nendoroid and even like 2 little tiny miniature petites essentially on the side. I think that wouldn't be such a bad idea, but yeah, but if they go at those 2 routes, the clear plastic thing route or the petite route, but you want the full Cerberus experience, you're gonna have to buy 2 more Cerberus Nendoroids. So yeah, I'm just interested to see how they'll handle this character in terms of, you know, getting it to be, you know, 3 doggo girls essentially. And the last one we have is Modeus, who is the Lust Demon, and she looks very cute overall. I do like, again, the heart eyes, so cute. Looking forward to seeing how she turns out. 3 Persona Nendoroids have been announced. 2 of them are Persona 2, Tatsuya Suya, and I think Anna? Or Maya, Maya Amano. So, not too familiar with them, so I won't be going into much detail. Persona 3's Hero is getting a Nendoroid. Not much to say, because I don't know too much about them either. Ezio Auditore from Assassin's Creed is getting a Nendoroid. Very cute. He's got like the classic Ezio pose. But yeah, not much else to say because I haven't played Assassin's Creed. And this one was kind of interesting. Monica from Doki Doki Literature Club, is getting a Nendoroid. Very cute overall. I feel like this is a great looking translation of the character. I really like the ponytail, the way that's sculpted, and the shading in her eyes. She just looks so cute overall. And now I'm interested also if they're going to do the other girls, or it's going to be just Monica. Because, you know, we have just like a Sayori, Sayori, Natsuki, and Yuri. So it's just 3 other characters. I feel like they could do it, and then you could have the full Doki Doki Literature Club girls set, which I think would be pretty cute. But hopefully she's like priced decently as well. I'm hoping maybe around $40-ish, maybe a little bit less, depending on what she has, or what they decide to give her. Swatchos, I don't have much else to say. Obviously, I'm not too big a fan of them. I think they're kind of pointless. You know, why would you want your Nendoroid sitting down when they could be doing a cooler action pose? That's just me. So yeah, moving on from them. Then we have two Jujutsu Kaisen Nendoroid announcements. We have first the Panda Nendoroid. So I'm very tentative to skip Panda, only because he's not my favorite character. And yeah, but I am getting Toge and Maki, and it won't be a trio without Panda. So I'll have to see how he looks painted, and yeah, I'll just have to see how he looks painted. But I do admit that this sculpt looks pretty cute. You're essentially looking like a tiny little panda Nendoroid. Essentially. Okay. The one I am a little more excited for is the Sukuna Nendoroid. I am more on the Sukuna sort of simp side. I don't know. Again, I really like asshole characters. There's just something about him that they don't give a damn of whose day they ruin. They're just like themselves, and you know, they're proud of it, essentially. And I feel like that's definitely Sukuna. And yeah, so I'm liking it so far. Obviously, I'm interested to see what he comes with. Hopefully something that, you know, makes me want to get him, because he's most likely going to be pre-ordered just because I really like him. And yeah, I do like the details mostly on his hands. They're clawed. I really like that touch. And yeah, hopefully he does come with some like interesting like sort of accessories. I'm thinking like when he's like in Yuji's body and he rips the shirt off and then you just see his body, like, I'd be like, damn boy. So yeah, maybe they'll do something like that. I think that would be kind of an interesting I guess accessory to the figure. So yeah, Sukuna. And now we have two characters from, what is it, Rent-A-Girlfriend? Yes. They're very cute. Sumi Sakurasawa and Mami Nanami. That name has such a very good ring, I love it. But yeah, they're super cute. I do like their outfits, but I haven't watched Rent-A-Girlfriend, so I won't be picking them up. Now we have a Nendoroid from My Dress Up Darling. We have the main girl, Marin Kitagawa. She is very cute. I really like her eyes, the hair, the blonde to the pink, the piercings, the choker. I love characters with chokers, so she's just overall very stylish, and I love it. I love her so much. I haven't watched My Dress Up Darling, but after seeing this character and just seeing how like stylish she looks, I think I'll definitely give it a watch. And next up we have a prototype of Shoko Komi from Komi Can't Communicate. I don't think I've ever seen any other Komi Can't Communicate figures, so it's nice that Komi's getting a figure. Essentially, it's gonna be so cute, especially with like some of like her facial expressions. I think that'd be very cute in Nendoroid form. The next one we have is a Danganronpa, just a concept. We have Junko Enoshima. I'm not too sure if there's any other Danganronpa Nendoroid, so this might be the first from the series. And now we have... oh, I almost skipped. Okay. We have this girl, Mizuzu. She really looks like she's from like the 2010/pre-2010 anime, just because like the style of her eyes and even the hair. I don't know. It's just like that sort of vibe. Oh. So yeah, not too sure exactly what the source material is. Well, I think it's an anime, but I'm not sure exactly what it's about. We have Demon Slayer swatchos. I got not much else to say except I don't care for them. I don't care if Kyojo's in them. I don't like them. But the next one is kind of interesting. We have the Mugen Train passenger seat for your swatchos. You know, it's nice. It's like a nice sort of like reference, I guess, to like the seats in the Mugen Train movie. But at the same time, I'm thinking, do you have to buy that previous swatcho part just to use it for this chair, or does it come with maybe just specifically Kyojuro and Tanjiro's sitting swatcho parts? But yeah, it's a cool idea, but you probably have to get those other swatcho parts before you get this thing, the seat, which kind of sucks, you know, but it's an interesting concept. But of course, you'd probably have to buy the other swatcho accessories. And now we have 3 Nendoroids from Black Rock Shooter Dodfall. We have Empress, Deadmaster, and Strength. Interesting to see what type of accessories they come with, because right now we just have 1 prototype and 2 concepts overall. I don't know if I'm looking at the Deadmaster one. I think, like, I kind of like the older design better. Like, some of these, I think the older designs look better. So, yeah, but she's not too bad. I'd say of the 3, I think I actually might like the Deadmaster one the most. And after this, we have a figure, or like at least the concept, that I literally thought was going to be a scale or a Figma until I saw like it's a Nendoroid, because they just showed this. They didn't show like a sort of chibi-fied version of this character. But yeah, from Guilty Gear, we have this character. Very like interesting like sort of swords and just overall character design. Guilty Gear has some very extravagant character designs, so yeah, interesting to see how this one will translate into Nendoroid form. And now we have more swatchos for Token Rambu. Ugh, don't care at all. And now we also have Nyanko Sensei from Natsume Yujincho. I did read the first volume of that series, and I thought it was very cute overall. And now we have this fat cat Nendoroid. Essentially, he's very fat. And now we have, from a more recent anime, we have Sasaki and Miyano Nendoroids. We have Shumei Sasaki and the other guy, Miyano. What's his name? Yoshikazu Miyano. I really like, what's his name? Oh my god. Sasaki's, like, sort of his outfit and his hair, and it's just his vibe. I like the headphones. I like the piercings. So he's definitely cool. And then Miyano just looks like a very sweet, good boy. I don't know. I haven't watched this anime. Now, after seeing these, I might, I'll probably watch a few episodes just to get a feel for it. And now we have 2 Idolish 7 characters. There's Ryonosuke, I guess. And then Rakuya. Don't know much about Idolish 7. They've made plenty of figures of some other characters in the past, but I don't really care for them. We have Tokyo Revengers. We have the Draken Nendoroid. He looks very cool. Of course, I really like the dragon tattoo on the side of his head. This is his whole vibe. I really like. I've watched, I think, 1 or 2 episodes, and I stopped, and maybe I should go back and see what, you know, obviously the hype, or why people love it so much. There's him. Now we have kind of a sort of weird one. We have the Nendoroid Surprise, which they literally look just like Nendoroid Petites, to me at least. I don't know much about these. No one knows what these are about, so I'm not gonna go too into them, but I just feel like we need more information right now to see what exactly they are all about. Okay. And now we have 2 Haikyuu Nendoroids, new Haikyuu Nendoroids. We have Kenma's second uniform version, and we have Kuro's, or Tetsuro Kuro's second uniform version. Kind of nice, especially if you want to mix up the faceplates with the sort of the older versions of these characters, which are the older Nendoroids, I guess, versions of these characters. I think it's kind of nice. So yeah, I guess more Haikyuu Nendoroids. And now we have 2 new Attack on Titan Nendoroids. We have Eren's final season version, and we have Reiner, and I guess also like the final season. Kind of interesting how they're doing a Reiner now instead of like maybe like a season 1 or season 2 Reiner, but now we have this final season Reiner. And yeah, so again, not sure what they'll come with, but yeah, Attack on Titan, getting more Nendoroids. Date Alive, we have this girl. Very interesting outfit, but I have not much else to say about her. This very cute looking elf, mage / cleric looking character from Princess Reconnect. Very cute design overall. Now moving on to the next figure, we have 1 Yu-Gi-Oh figure, Yami Bakura. Not too familiar with this character, so it's Yu-Gi-Oh! That's pretty much all I have to say about that. The next one we have is from Prisma Ilia, this girl, magical girl. I got not much else to say because I don't know the source material too well. This girl from this anime with a long title that I'm too lazy to pronounce. She looks cute, but obviously I haven't watched it. Next up, we have Arcued from, Jesus, Tsukihime. I guess, like, because the new fighting game came out then, now they're making, like, Nendoroids for it. She's very cute, though. The next one we have on this list is 2 Shaman King Nendoroids. We have Anna. I quite like her design with the whole bandana, and we have Hao. It's another, I think he's a long-haired boy, but I'll be skipping this one just because, I don't know anything about Shaman King, so I can't really, you know, justify purchasing him even though he's a long-haired boy. The next one we have is the 02 childhood version Nendoroid. Interesting how they're making another Darling in the Franxx Nendoroid in 2022. I can't even remember when the heck Darling in the Franxx came out, but it feels so long ago, and now they decided to make another Nendoroid, which is, I don't know, alright. The next one we have from D. Greyman is the Lavi Nendoroid. I've read like one volume of D. Greyman, but I quite enjoyed it. But I don't think I've gotten that far to where this character is introduced, but I really like his design overall, and I feel like we really don't get like a lot of characters, or like even like in figure form with like a hammer, so, you know, it's pretty cool. We have the main guy from Blue Period. He looks fine. I mean, I can't really tell I feel like he needs to be painted to, you know, for me to appreciate him a bit more. We have this guy from Love of Kill. Don't know much about him. Looks alright. And now we have some Nendoroid accessories. Starting off, we have the picnic sort of collection, which is just a bunch of little accessories for like your Nendoroid dolls for picnics. We have the Nendoroid bunny beanbag. Oh my god, if you want your Nendoroids to be comfy, then sure, you can have a beanbag. I don't need them. We have a hammock, also for your Nendoroids if you want them to be comfy. We have a sort of acrylic picnic playset. I don't really see a point to it. We have also a, what is this? A rug pouch, essentially. So there's a rug pouch. There is what I call the Nendoroid Ita bags, with like, yeah, a little pouch for your Nendoroids that you can put them in. And there's also this like face, you know, a case for your face plates. If you have extra lying around, you can put them in there, and yeah, it's a cute rabbit. Now we have 2 Poi Poi mole carts. We have Shiromo, oh my god, I almost said Shiroromo or something. Shiromo and Zombie Shiromo. And I will admit that these are kind of weird, not because they're like weird like hamster cars things, just because they look like those sort of velvety sort of material, and I feel like some people are not gonna like that at all. It is like interesting and unique for a Nendoroid, but at the same time it's like the touch might feel a little bit weird for those, so they're cute overall though, but oh god, the velvetiness. Next up we have some Nendoroid dolls. We have Saber Arthur Pendragon, formal portrait, white rose version. I do quite like this outfit overall. Maybe it could look a bit cleaner, but at the same time, you're working on a small scale, so I can't bat them too hard for this. So he's cute overall. And the other ones we have are the Kate and Miliko Nendoroid dolls from Shadow's House that I think had concepts in the previous One Fest, so it's nice to see them up now. I really do like these cute little dresses that they have. They look overall quite adorable, but I won't be picking them up. And the next one I think is also somewhere. No, the My Melody is getting an Nendoroid. Very cute overall. From Made in Abyss we have the Prushka Nendoroid. I've seen clips of this character and what they've gone through, so it's like, my god, your cuteness does not deserve it. But very cute character design overall. I like the two-toned hair, just the outfit. She just overall looks very cute. And the next one on this list is 2 Nendoroid dolls. Mikey and Draken are getting Nendoroid dolls, so I guess if you missed the Nendoroids for them, you can pick up the dolls if you're interested in them. You know, because I really do like Mikey's jacket overall. That's a very cool looking jacket, so Interesting to see how that's going to look in a doll form with the actual fabric. We have these kind of weird ones, the Omega Sisters, which I've never heard about. They look like VTubers, so they're not my cup of tea. So after that, we have a very interesting announcement. We have Kobayashi Nendoroids. They have broken out of Thought's prison, and now we have, you know, someone else is making Kobayashi figures, and we have Nendoroids of Toru, Kana, and Ilulu that are going to be released eventually. Yeah, but yeah, you know, I mean, Furyu made a Kana figure, which is very cute, and I think someone else made like a Kana school uniform version, but we really don't have any of the other characters, so, which is a shame. Or like, you know, someone else who's not Fots, who doesn't like make broken figures, you know, make Kobayashi figures. So it's very nice to see that they're gonna get some very cute Nendoroids in the future. And now after that we have Skateboard. I think it's just the skateboard, it's not this boy. Probably would have said Nendoroid doll, skater boy or something. I do like his jacket though. I like the outfit more than the skateboard, but yeah, I like the little tigers, they're cute. And after him, we have two concepts for the Mouse King and Toy Soldier from, I think, the Nutcracker sort of like show or whatever, like the musical. Yeah, okay. They're very cute designs overall. I really like, I think the Mouse King one looks pretty cute with like the brown and white hair, so I'm interested to see what those will look like in actual like painted and stuff. Next up we have Nendoroid doll choir set. Quite like these outfits overall, but yeah, won't be picking them up, sorry. This character from Laidback Camp, Rin Shima Trike version. I think at this point she has 3 different versions of this Nendoroid, because I think there's like a regular, there's a DX, and now there's this with a trike. I do feel like it's a lot for just one character. I don't know why they're continuously releasing her with like new accessories, which I don't know, I find a little bit annoying. Lucy is getting a Nendoroid, and I could have sworn she had one before, but I think just Natsu had a Nendoroid, and now they're finally making Lucy. Don't know why, I guess it took so long for them to make Lucy into a Nendoroid. We have next Gen Asagiri from Dr. Stone. I do quite like his character design. I do like the two-toned hair. Very nice. Yeah, we only have Senku, I think, as a Nendoroid, so yeah, it's nice to see that they're making a couple, I guess, him and I don't know who else eventually. But I do like Gen's design overall. Now this one I am so hyped for. Of course, it is the Tengen Uzui Nendoroid from Demon Slayer. I actually binged the 2nd season of Demon Slayer, and it was so worth waiting for all the episodes to come out just to binge, because the hype just kept going, and it was great. I have a new appreciation for Tengen. He's not husbando, for me, at least, because Kyojuro takes that spot, but I really appreciate his character more thanks to just the animation, and the voice acting definitely helps, and just his overall character just is like, he's a great dude. He's a great dude overall, and I'm so excited to see what else he comes with. So yeah, this was another Nendoroid I've been hyped up for, so yeah. And now with the announcement of the 3rd season of Demon Slayer, we'll eventually also, it seems like after that's close to being done, we'll also probably be getting Muichiro and Mitsuri, which I'm very, very excited for. So yeah, very excited for when this Tengen Nendoroid gets put for pre-order, and it seems like soon because he's painted, so I'm so hyped. Oh, I'm so excited. And after him, we have these 2 characters. I have not much to say because I don't know much about the source material. Kanae. I really like this. I do like his sweater and his outfit overall, but there's him. And then there's Sasaki. She's got a very cute panda sort of hoodie, and I really like her eyes overall, but again, don't know much about the source material. The next one we have is the Saber, or sorry, oh my god, I mean it looks like Saber, like an older sort of mature Saber, I guess, I don't know. The Lancer Alteria Pendragon Alter version. I do quite like the sculpt of this figure, the sculpt of the horse, her armor. It definitely looks like a more darker version of the original one, which is pretty cool. So interesting to see how that one is going to turn out painted. Now we have Ku, I think is his name, from Fate. Like, I guess one of the, like, from, like, specifically Fate Stay Night? Yes? I'm not too sure about the whole Fate thing. But I do recognize his character, so he's, after feels like forever, he's getting a Nendoroid. After that, we have these Evangelion box containers. I guess you can store parts in them. Not my thing. We have Chloe from Prisma Ilia. Not much to say except she's wearing Archer's like uniform or outfit. We have this, oh, the girl from Wandering Witch, I'm sorry, Elanina, I guess? I can't say that, but yeah. She does have a very cute design overall, but I don't know, you know, I haven't watched the show, so I'm skipping. And now, we have this one. I'm gonna go on a bit of a rant because I talked about how I said I'm tentatively going to cancel this in my 2022 pre-orders, and I think it's gonna be the case because I am kind of upset with these, specifically just this Gojo, the Ghetto, and the Yuta one, because they're charging 6,600 yen for these and they don't come with a lot. I'm just disappointed compared to like the other Jujutsu Kaisen Nendoroids, specifically Toge and Nanami. I really like how those came out. I think the price for them is, you know, fine. But they're charging like 6,600 for these and they don't come with a lot. It's just like, I'm just disappointed. I'm just disappointed in these ones. You know, even after they've been painted and we know what accessories they come with, I feel like it's not a bang for your buck overall, which sucks. Which really sucks because we're, you know, who knows, we'll probably get another Yuta figure in the future, and we'll maybe get another Ghetto, and, you know, we already have you know, other Gojo. But yeah, I'm just not overall impressed with these Jujutsu Kaisen Zero figures of these characters, because I think they are charging a lot. Especially if you get off of Good Smile, I feel like it's a lot for what you get, and you know, I don't even think there's a pre-order bonus for these. Ami, it's about 50 USD, but in the end, I just feel like I can't justify buying these considering what they lack, so I'm so sorry to any Gojo, Yuta, or Ghetto fans. I just cannot justify buying these compared to some of the other ones that have been recently up for pre-order. That's my rant about those that I didn't mention in my pre-orders because I was too lazy, but now, hey, I have the opportunity to talk about why I'm going to be canceling those. Next up, we have this Racing Miku 2022 version. Overall, a very cute looking Miku. I do like her eyes. Very cute. It's obviously not like, I mean, it's pretty, like, not as elaborate as some of the other ones, but, you know, sometimes we need, like, a simpler sort of, like, Miku. We can't always have extravagant Miku designs, so I'm perfectly fine with the way this Nendoroid looks. This one is actually kind of interesting. We have Nendoroid, doll, custom head, and doll eyes. So I've watched, like, doll customizers. They make eyes with, like clay and resin. And that seems like the concept here because you can definitely see like gaps in them. So you can essentially change like the eye colors of the characters, which is pretty neat idea. So you don't have to like worry about like, oh my, you know, what you want a specific character to have a certain eye color, then you have like different colored eyes, blah blah blah. It's all that. I think it's a pretty cool thing, but it looks like you do have to have like the specific head for these, which is a shame, but I think it's quite an interesting concept. Nice. Hopefully they go somewhere like further with it, or they expand it in some way. Maybe with different like eye designs. Like eyeball designs? Yes, okay. And for some reason this one wasn't with the Arcoid Nendoroid. We have Ciel and Akiha are getting Nendoroids, also from Tsukihime, but yeah, I don't know why they put them at the end and not with Arcoid. And yeah, so that is the end of the Nendoroid section of this Winter One Fest. Definitely my highlights is definitely Thanatos. So excited to see how he turns out overall. Sukuna was definitely up there. I just feel like I need to see more, and hopefully they do him justice in Nendoroid form. What other ones? I'm trying to think. Tengen, definitely a highlight. Love him so much after the second season. So excited to get him and add him to the Demon Slayer Nendoroid collection. And yeah, so yeah, those just, I guess, my top 3 Nendoroids so far in this one. Oh, and also, sorry, I forgot about the Helltaker ones. I'm interested to see what some of them come with, and again, what some of these concepts will look like in figure form. So yes, that is the end of the Nendoroid section of this winter hobby. So yes, we will now be moving on to the Figmas. So next up in this category we have the Figma, and thankfully they are not allowed to go through, so I will just go through them pretty quickly. So starting off, we have the 2 hololive figure that were announced. We have Shirogane Noelle, and we also have Hosho Marine. So I'll go over Shirogane first. I quite like this design. If you didn't tell me it was a hololive character, I would have thought she was from a sort of fantasy series, but yeah, I do like overall the blue metallic armor on her outfit. And Hosho Marine, obviously I really like her outfit overall, but it's not much to say because, we've seen the design before. The next one that was pretty interesting is the Samus Aran Dread version from Metroid Dread. I played Metroid Dread, it's a very great game overall, and yeah, I really like this version of Samus's suit, the blue and the white along with the green sort of accents, like the parts that light up. And yeah, so overall I am quite interested to see how this will look painted. I'm sure it'll look great overall. I do like the look of the other 2 versions of Samus's suit they did, because I really like the metallic details that they have for that one. And now we are moving on to some more realistic looking figures. So yeah, we have Bloody Wolf, not much to say about him. But this one, that is a long torch, that's all I gotta say. That definitely stood out to me when I first saw this character, but other than that, I don't know what she's about, so moving on. And we have this guy who's like a basic sort of knight outfit in my opinion. And now we have the Demi-Fiend from Shin Megami Tensei. Don't know much about him, but I do like the design of his body markings. And then we have this other guy from Devil Summoner who seems like it's the main character, but don't know much about him. And we also have a very creepy looking figure. This is Cliff from Death Stranding. Just a very weird looking figure overall, and I kinda don't like it, just because of how he looks overall. And now we're moving on to Jujutsu Kaisen is getting 2 new Figmas. We have Megumin and we have Nanami, sorry. But yeah, we'll be picking these up. I did actually pick up the Nanami Nendoroid, and thankfully I did get him because he sold out pretty fast on AmiAmi, and I'm looking forward to him. But yeah, I won't be picking up these Figma because I don't collect Figma. I'd rather collect the Jujutsu Kaisen Nendoroids again because they're a much cheaper alternative. And now we have 2 new announcements for Demon Slayer in terms of Figma. Shinobu is getting Figma, and Giyu is getting a Figma. It's kind of weird how Giyu didn't get a Figma before, or a prototype before Shinobu, but hey. So my one exception to this Figma, no Figma rule for at least Demon Slayer is the Hyojuro Figma, of course. And I don't know, I just like the overall look of that one. I don't know, it's kind of weird that I'm saying it, but I don't know, I just kind of like it, even though it is like $130 I paid for it, but I'm kind of looking forward to that one overall. And yeah, I'll see how he turns out, hopefully pretty good overall. After that, we have Kurumi Tokisaki from Date A Live, the very popular character that has a whole lot of figures, and yeah, now she's finally getting a Figma, it seems. We have this girl, Eris, from Mushoku Tensei. Not much to say about her because I haven't seen the source material. We have this from Fate. We have Berserker Mysterious Heroine X Alter. Don't know exactly how this character looks colored, but yeah, interesting to see how she turns out. And we have now another Date A Live character. This is Toka. I really actually quite like the armor overall, and especially the bottom part of this outfit and the sword. It looks great overall, but again, I wouldn't pick this up because I'm not a Figma collector, and I do really quite dislike those joints in her arms. Like, I feel like that where the elbows it's supposed to bend. I really don't like that. You know, other than that, it's actually a pretty good looking Figma, but just those joints just kind of kill it. And now we have this girl from Blue Archive. There's been a couple of figures from the series that have been announced. Actually, yeah, she's kind of cute. I do like the ears on her, but yeah, don't know the source material. And we have a Girls Frontline character, HK416. Not much to say, because it's a, I don't know, Girls Frontline, don't know much about them. And now we have this girl, Fumika. Not too familiar what the series is. And then, is that McQueen again? Or no, yes, Majora McQueen from Musume. She seemed like she got a lot of figures this one fest, so good for her. I'd say good for her. This one is, I think, already up for pre-order, the Berserker Miyamoto Musashi. I do quite like the whole American sort of get-up that she has. And lastly, we have this sort of weird female body, sort of Chinese dress outfit. Yeah, not much to say about this. And so that concludes the Figma. There was not a lot, and I'm kind of glad, so I don't have to keep talking about them. But yeah, if I guess I had to pick a highlight from this one, I would say I quite like the Shirogane one overall, and I am quite excited to see how the Metroid, the Metroid Dread Samus Aaron comes out overall. And yeah, that's definitely my top two, but I'm kind of stretching it because, again, not really into collecting Figma, and there's nothing really else that stood out, but yeah. So hello everyone, today is the next day. I didn't quite get to finish talking about the final part for this wonderful hobby life with small page, essentially. So yeah, now I will finally be on the, I guess, the second to last part, because they put the scale figures and the miscellaneous, I guess, figures in like sort of one category. For some reason the scale figures are not in the scale figures section, so yeah. So I think I'll go through these sort of miscellaneous sort of figures, and yeah, so that'll be the second to last sort of part to this, and then lastly would be the scale figures. So starting off, we have these Binny Vinny baby sort of figures. They're pretty cute, and they're obviously in a certain style. And yeah, so we have ones for Madoka Magica, we have ones for Tokyo Revengers, and then lastly we have Nanachi from Made in Abyss, and I think my favorite is definitely the Nanachi. Very cute overall, but yeah, they're just sort of like, it seems like inexpensive vinyl figures, and yeah, so I won't be picking them personally, but they are pretty cute overall. And the next one we have are some Harmonia Humming sort of figures. I think they're meant to be kind of like more like dolls, I believe. If I have like a picture, I'll probably show it, because we just have characters who are going to become like Harmonia Humming dolls, I think. But yeah, so we have Kano from Demon Slayer is getting one, Mikey from Tokyo Revengers is getting one, and then 02 is getting one. So yeah, I think, if I'm not mistaken, with the Harmonia Humming, they made Nezuko into one. I did think it was kind of cute, but I'm not into sort of the collecting the doll sort of side of things. And now we have this kind of weird one. These characters who are going to be a 1-to-1 scale, and I feel like I've seen them before. But yeah, they're going to be a 1-to-1 scale, so I don't know exactly how big these ones are compared to, I guess, yeah. I'm not sure how big exactly these will be for them to be a 1-to-1 scale, but yeah, I do quite like their designs overall. And after them, we have this character right here, who feels like more of a Figma, but it's not classified as a Figma. Yeah, but pretty, I guess the girl looks pretty, like, you know, okay, but then I do admit that I guess that sort of wasp looking robot looks like pretty cool design-wise. After that, we have these little Tokyo Revengers pocket maquettes. Pretty cute overall, but again, I feel like they're like, they could be like little knickknacks essentially for your shelf. So yeah, pretty cute, especially if you know, you don't really want to collect like Nendoroid Tokyo Revengers figures, but you want something cute. And after that, we have this one right here. I guess I'll group it into the miscellaneous category. Ji Lian and Hua Cheng. I hope I didn't butcher that. Lian Yi Haitian. Oh my god, forget it. Version. These characters. I did kind of see some of these like figures that Goodsmell has been like releasing for these Heaven's Official Blessings characters. They are very cute overall, but I haven't watched Heaven's Official Blessing, and yeah, but they're pretty cute figures overall. But I think they are close to like the $100 price range, but overall I do like the quality for most of them. And after that, I wonder if these count. Okay, I'll count these in also the miscellaneous category. We have these soft vinyl Dogengers, Rookie, and then Agumon. What, I don't know what these are. They feel like very like Super Sentai-esque, so yeah, I got not much to say because again, I'm not really too into Super Sentai. And now the last one for this category, okay, are these Hello Good Smile Harry Potter figures. I do kind of like the designs of the Hello Good Smile sort of figures, and I feel like in terms of like what they look like, I shouldn't say they're like Funko Pops, but they have like, Funko Pops have a set style, and these ones are kind of like have a set style for like the different series. But yeah, I do think these look definitely a lot cuter than some Funko Pops. But yeah, but not too into Harry Potter, so that'll be a skip for me. And I think that was pretty much it for the miscellaneous category, unless I missed something, which I don't think I did. Anyway, now we will move finally on to the scales that are specifically on the Winter One Fest. Or not the Winter One Fest, the Wonderful Hobby Life page. And now finally I will be discussing the scale figures that have been either have a concept art for them, the prototype, or the colored or painted version of these scale figures. And yes, I'll be going through those. I'm very excited for some based off how they look, so yeah, I will be going through those. The first one on this list is the 1/7 scale Minato Aqua Euro Super Dream version. Very cute overall outfit. It feels very, to me, like kind of wedding dress-esque, but maybe like a bit of idol in there, but I don't know. It's like a mixture of those, I feel, just because of like the white frilliness to it. But yeah, I do like the pose. It's very cute, and I do like the way the pigtails flow. And I really like the frilly choker. That's very cute. So overall, very cute figure, but I will not be picking it up because, again, it's Hololive. Not to say like it's a beautiful figure, but I'm just not too into collecting, I guess, Hololive stuff. The next one is a pretty big one. I think a lot of people are very interested to see how this one was going to be colored, because I think the prototype was in the last Wonderful Hobby Life. And it is the Fuzi Choco art book Sai Genkyo scale illustration Revelation of the Ghost Bride. This figure is like just stunning overall. I really like the cherry blossoms, the fabrics on the tree, the lanterns, the girl, and then she has the transparent sort of like the bridal hood, I think. She looks like, this figure is beautiful. I'm just scared of, because it says scale, so we don't know exactly if it's a 1/8, a 1/7. I'm just scared at the size of this thing and the price. I'm hoping they maybe go for a 1/8, 1/7 at the least, because I feel like this thing is massive. It's gonna take up a lot of space, but I feel like it'd be like a very good like sort of centerpiece on like your shelf, essentially, or your detolf. But yeah, I'm mostly looking forward to just seeing like, the scale of this figure and just like the price, just so, because I'm considered pre-ordering this because this is a very beautiful looking figure overall. But yeah, hopefully it's gonna be released on a date that's not like too crazy for me in terms of scale figures. The next one that I believe also had a concept in the previous Wonderful Hobby Life is this Chizuru 1/7 scale. It's very, yeah, I don't know what else I could say about this figure, but I do like the top is definitely my favorite part. The top that looks like it's like braided and all that. That's very cute. But other than that, I don't have much else to say because I have not watched, or I think read, Rent a Girlfriend, so yeah, I got nothing else to say. This next one is a very cool figure. It is the Ed and Al scale figure. Again, scale figure, so we don't know if it's a 1/7 or like a 1/8, essentially. And yeah, so overall I really like the way this figure looks. It's very dynamic. You have both of the brothers in this. And yeah, I do like that transition from the blue to like the part where like Ed is standing. And yeah, it's overall a very cool figure, and I feel like I haven't seen a lot of Full Metal Alchemist scale figures, so yeah, it's very nice that Gutsmall is making one, and it looks overall like very impressive. After them, we have some 1/4 figures by freeing. We have the Overlord Albedo Bunny. Overall, this one, she looks gorgeous, I will admit. At first, I wasn't too keen on the whole ears mixed with the horns. I feel like it feels like a lot going on the head. Granted, I do have some OCs with kind of the same thing, like they have horns and they have ears on their head, so it's like, okay, I take it back. And yeah, but I really just like the overall look of it. I was very tempted to pre-order her, but I saw the price tag. She's very expensive just because of, you know, I feel like a lot of time and effort went into the wings, and she's 1/4, very expensive, but she's very beautiful overall, and I really like the white fishnets, and again, her wings I feel like are a big highlight for this figure. But if you are a big Albedo fan, then you can pick up this bunny if you have the money for it, because it is probably one of the most expensive bunnies, I think, so far from freeing. After that, we have a Girls Frontline OTS 14 Groza Heavy Damage version. I really like the dress overall on this figure. Other than that, I don't have, well, you know, the dress, the shoes look great. We can't really see the gun on the other side. And yeah, I mean, it's the Girls Frontline character, but she's overall very pretty. Very pretty overall, and I really can't think of anything else to say other than that. Next one is a pretty interesting bunny. We have the Seven Deadly Sins Deanne bunny version. A very, I'd say a pretty like different bunny version compared to the other girls, just because of her outfit. She's got that, and the shoes are, I think, what she wears in the anime. I can't really remember Deanne's like outfit too well, but I do feel like the top is kind of similar to her outfit, and she does have the little tie and choker, or yeah, like the tie, I guess, collar, and with the tie that kind of matches the color of her gauntlets, and these little bunny ears. I think I wish I could have seen that the bunny ears were like orange, maybe to go with the whole outfit essentially, but I think the white isn't too bad. But yeah, so yeah, interesting how that she's, well, you know, to go with Elizabeth, it would be pretty cool. But obviously she is a giant, but she is, you know, she's getting like, you know, scaled down. And yeah. Or no, she I think at one point in the anime she was like normal human size, but so yeah. Essentially that's with her. But yeah, so yeah, no tights for this one. I do feel like it would have been weird considering like the shoes. If they did go for like orange high heels, maybe it would work, but you know, I think it's a very overall unique bunny, so if you're a Deanne fan, you have this to look forward to. Two figures that I'm gonna just gloss over, these Ultraman ones, because I don't really care for Mecha. I think they're Mecha, or there's Super Sentai, I don't know. Anyway, Ultraman figures. Next up we have this Sei Sonagon from Fate Grand Order. Overall, very cute character design. I don't know what this character actually looks like colored. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see how she looks colored. Won't be purring her because I don't really play Fate, but I really like, you know, the outfit and the shoes. Very cool shoes overall. And after her, we have a pretty simple figure that I won't go too much into. The Utaha from the Saikono movie. It's, you know, it's not to me a very exciting figure. It is pretty nice, but I don't know, it's not my thing. After her, we actually have a very extravagant figure. It is the 1/7 Miku a Hatsune Miku virtual pop star version. Another big prototype that people are looking forward to see colored, and I have to say, I don't know, I really love this figure. I'm almost looking for anything also colorful, and this is very colorful, very extravagant. I do like the sort of like her, like some of how glossy some of her clothes are on here, and I don't know, I just really like the look of this figure overall. It is probably going to be massive because it is a 1/7, and yeah, but I just love the flow of the hair, her outfit, the bows, everything looks beautiful overall. And I'm very tempted to pre-order this. The one thing though, I have 4 Miku figures pre-ordered, and it's a lot of Miku, but I really like some of these Hatsune Miku designs. They look very beautiful overall, and this one, depending on when it releases, I will consider pre-ordering, and hopefully I will have some space by then because she might be very big on a shelf. And now after that we have a more simple one. We have the scale Racing Miku 2021 private version. You know, just I guess Miku without like, I guess, whatever her 2021 outfit was. So yeah, pretty simple. Still looks pretty cute though overall. After that we kind of have a weird Miku figure. It is the scale Racing Miku 2010 version. Art by Kentaro Yabuki. It's kind of weird how they're doing a 2010 scale of this figure. You know, considering that it's 2022 at this point, but yeah. So there's that Miku. I have not much else to say. This one is kind of interesting. We have a Tanjiro scale by Good Smile, and this one is kind of weird just because of the perspective we are given. And yeah, it is a cool concept how he's like going through like the forest. This is during the Spider Demon arc, and you have the threads, and you have him doing the Hinokami Kagura, and yeah. But I think I saw some things on like AmiAmi of this figure or somewhere where they showed like the zoomed out, like we see the whole figure, and it's kind of like in this box of sorts, which is kind of weird if that is how they're gonna release it. Like, where will you put this on your shelf? And yeah, like I would have preferred just like a full sort of like forest scene, and then it would probably look fine. But yeah, so we'll have to see until when Good Smile does release this figure for pre-order. We'll, you know, obviously get the full 360 of it, so yeah. But I personally won't be pre-ordering it because, yeah, I don't know. It's cool, but I don't know. Again, I feel like if you really like Tanjiro, then definitely go for it, but I personally, I'm gonna hold off on it. It is cool though, overall. The next one we have is a holo figure from Spice and Wolf, the Wolf and the Scent of Fruit. Very nice looking holo figure, very flowy. Really like the fruit, the addition of the fruit. The base is interesting because of how curved it is. But yeah, overall, kind of much else to say, but it is a very nice looking holo figure overall. After her, we have 2 announcements for scales for Black Rock Shooter. We have the 1/7 scale Insane Black Rock Shooter figure that has been announced. And after that we have the scale of Empress from Black Rock Shooter Dawnfall. Interesting to see how that one turns out. After that we have this girl, Sana Natori from Sana Channel version. Not too sure if this is an original Max Factory character or if this is a VTuber of sorts, but very cute looking character overall, and I like pretty much like all the items that it comes with, so yeah. Very interested to see how this one is painted. After that we have this 1/8 scale figure of Sherlock Holmes from Fate. Kind of a interesting character design in terms of like just that metal corset with my magnifying glasses up the side of him. And yeah, but I don't know, it is a pretty simple looking figure overall. He's just kind of standing there, but I don't know, doesn't look too bad overall. After him we have this figure, another Token Rambu 1/8 scale figure. We have, oh god, Matsunokami, yeah, Yoshiyuki. I really like the look of this character. I like his facial expression. I love the pants, is definitely one of my favorite parts, and he's got this armor piece on his shoulder This is a very cool looking character design overall. That's how I'd probably describe this character. He just gives off cool vibes, essentially, but yeah. Tokenrama has a lot of great character designs. I really like them. I was very tempted to collect the Nendoroids, but I have 3 of them. At the same time, like, I think I'll probably stop collecting them. But I really like the character designs. It's kind of hard. There is a lot of them as well. It's like the haiku situation where there's so many, like, characters that they're making of them, and yeah. But thankfully the Token Rambu, they tend to be on the inexpensive side in the aftermarket, which is good, but I think I'll hold off on buying them for quite a while. But overall, back to this guy, I really like his character design overall. And after that we have this Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse figure of Miles, and Spider-Verse, great movie by the way, very excited for the sequel. Very dynamic figure overall. I'm interested to see how big this is, if it's like the case of like that one Batman scale that's like $1,000. But yeah. Yeah, I do also like Marvel, but I'm more into collecting anime figures, not exactly Marvel figures, so yeah. He's cool, but he's gonna get skipped. And then, after Miles, we have Ryza, Atelier Ryza. She's looking thick as always, essentially. But yeah, it's a pretty simple, like, bathing suit figure, but if I were to pick a Ryza scale, I'd probably pick, like, her other ones instead because of her cute outfit, but if you're a big Ryza fan, now you have a swimsuit version of her. And after that figure, we have this 1/7 scale of Altria, Jesus Christ, of Altria Pendragon Knight's PE uniform version, originally made by Aquamarine, but as a lot of people in the figure community know, Aquamarine went bankrupt, but thankfully Good Smile, I think Good Smile, maybe some other companies, but I think mostly just Good Smile, they're picking up some of Aquamarine's figures to make, which is nice, especially for people who are looking forward to figures by them. But yeah, we just have this sort of simple PE uniform version. I got not much else to say. It is another Fate figure, but yeah, it's kind of nice to see that they're picking up again from a previous, like, company. After her, we have Majora McQueen, the strongest Styer? Is that a horse term, I guess? From Uma Musume. Really flowy outfit, quite like it, but I don't watch Uma Musume, so it's a skip for me. After her, we have Kyoka 1/7 scale from Princess Reconnect. So this is the girl who got a Nendoroid. Very cute. I feel like this is a figure you definitely have to have a little below the eye level though, because she's kind of looking up. But yeah, she looks cute overall. Not much else to say though, because I don't know her character too well. We have, I think, 2 figures from Blue Archive. We have this girl, Karen. She feels like, oh, she's got like maid. I can tell because of the headpiece and the outfit. Like, she's a maid with basically this gun. Interesting character design, okay. And then after her, we have this bunny girl, Asuna. Yeah, she looks pretty overall. And she's got very long hair. Jesus, that thing just reaches. That thing will keep her up. You know, she doesn't need a base to stand on. Maybe that hair will just keep her up. After her, we have, I think, is another Uma Musume character, Daiwa Scarlet. Very cute overall. I mean, the outfit, I guess, but not much else to say. But I do have a lot to say about this Miku with Salwa. I love this Miku. I love the way this Miku looks. I love the jacket, how translucent it is. I like the hair, how very sort of liquidy it looks like as you get like further down. This is a beautiful looking Miku, and it's very tempting to pre-order as well. And I think she looked good with the Lamb Rock Miku. I think a few people said that because of the Lamb Rock Miku's looking behind her shoulder, and you have this Miku looking forward. They look great together. And yeah, I'm very excited to see when this one comes out, because this is a most likely pre-order in terms of like the scale figures. After that beautiful Miku, we have another Miku, the Rose Cage version. I really love the dress on this Miku. That is the highlight of this concept, I guess. That and the shoes. Really like the shoes. Really like the outfit overall. She looks just stunning. Oh my, I really like it. Also another tempting pre-order just because of how I love the dress, and yeah, interesting to see when that one will come out. After her, we have another figure that is very tempted to be pre-ordered. This is the Hemet Nethel, from the, I guess, the Falslander series of figures by Wing. I really love this character design, the whole Egyptian theme with the Anubis/jackal headpiece, the Ankh sort of like weapon, that translucent part down like in her outfit. This is a very beautiful figure overall. I really do like the look of the Falslander series of girls. The issue is I couldn't really pre-order them because I had other figures those months and I just couldn't afford to put another one on. But this one is also probably going to be pre-ordered because I really like the design overall for this character. So that one is one I'm looking forward to. After her we have this character from Beatless. Not too familiar with that series. I think it came out quite a long time ago. Not a long time ago, I don't know. Whenever it came out. And yeah, so they're making another character from the series. Not too familiar with them. And after that, we have two more. We have Atelier Sophie, the Alchemist of the Mysterious Book. We have Sophie, that, and I'm not going to say the last names, but Sophie, Everyday Me version. Very cute outfit. I do kind of like, I don't know, it's simple though. But yeah, I don't know if that's from like the same series as Ryza though, but I could be wrong, but you know, she's pretty, like, it's a simple figure, but I still think she's cute overall. And the last one is just a concept. We have the Mihono Bourbon, the Chestnut Cyborg, so it's another Uma Musume figure, and this girl looks like she's rocking some sort of, like, robotic stuff. But yeah, other than that, that is all for the scale figures / miscellaneous items. They were in the same category. Of these scale figures, I have to say there's actually quite a few that I'm looking forward to. The Ghost Bride one is a definite. The Miku Virtual Pop Star is a definite. What else? I do for like the male, I guess the male scale figures, that Token Rambu one looks like fantastic. And the Solwa Miku, the Rose Cage Miku, pretty much these Miku scales for the most part, except for I guess the private ones, like obviously it's just a concept, so I can't say too much on that. And then the 2010 is alright, but the Popstar, Virtual Popstar Miku, the Rose Cage Miku, and the Solwa Miku are definitely Mikus that I feel like are pretty worth like pre-ordering to me at least, or they're definite pre-orders for me. And then we have, of course, the Falslander Hemet figure, definitely one that I'm interested in pre-ordering just because I like her vibe overall. So yes, that finally concludes, because I literally had so much like retakes on this, I don't know, but I'm finally finished with the wonderful Hobby Life page of figures. There was a lot of surprises, a lot of good looking figures I'm looking forward to, and yeah, I don't know when I'm going to do that part 2 looking at some of the other companies that didn't have figures on this page specifically, but that'll hopefully come in due time because I've been having a very busy week. But anyway, so let me know what you guys are looking forward to in terms of figures from this, I guess the Wonderful Hobby Life for You page specifically, and yes. So thank you all for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or night wherever you are, and take it easy. Goodbye.